Have you ever wondered about the greatest lost treasure in history? No, it's not a chest of gold or a city of jewels. It's something far more sacred, far more powerful, the Ark of the Covenant. For centuries, this legendary golden chest has captivated the imaginations of explorers, historians, and believers alike. But the biggest question remains, where is it now? Let's rewind the clock a bit. According to the Hebrew Bible, the Ark of the Covenant was no ordinary box. It was crafted from acacia wood, overlaid with pure gold, and topped with 2 golden cherubim. Inside it was said to hold the stone tablets inscribed with the 10 Commandments, a pot of manna, and Aaron's rod that budded. This wasn't just a religious relic, it was considered the very throne of God on earth, a symbol of his presence among the people of Israel. When the Israelites marched, the Ark went before them, parting the river Jordan and bringing down the walls of Jericho. Its power was legendary and fearsome. To even touch it improperly meant instant death. For nearly 400 years, the Ark was housed in the first temple in Jerusalem, the magnificent structure built by King Solomon. It rested in the holiest of holies, the innermost sanctuary, seen only once a year by the high priest. It was the heart of their faith, the center of their world. And then, one day it vanished. The last definitive mention of the Ark of the Covenant in the Bible is in the 2nd book of Chronicles, around the reign of King Josiah in the late 7th century BC. He ordered the Levites to return the Ark to the temple. After that, biblical texts fall silent. What's truly baffling is that when the Babylonians, led by King Nebuchadnezzar, conquered Jerusalem in 586 BC, they sacked the temple, carrying away all its treasures. The Bible provides a detailed inventory of the plundered items, the gold pillars, the basins, the fire pans. But there's one glaring omission. The Ark of the Covenant is not on the list. It's as if it was already gone. How could the most important object in the entire temple simply disappear without a trace? This is where history ends and the mystery begins, sparking a centuries-long quest filled with incredible theories. One of the most widely known and compelling theories leads us to Ethiopia. The Ethiopian Orthodox Ethiopian Church claims to have possessed the Ark of the Covenant for nearly 3,000 years. According to their national epic, the Kebra Nagast, the Queen of Sheba, traveled to Jerusalem to meet the wise King Solomon. They had a son, Menelik I, who would become the first emperor of Ethiopia. When Menelik grew up, he journeyed to Jerusalem to meet his father. On his journey back home, he didn't come alone. The story goes that he, either with Solomon's blessing or through a clever switch, brought the true Ark of the Covenant with him to Ethiopia for safekeeping. Today, they believe it resides in the chapel of the tablet at the Church of Our Lady Mary of Zion in Axum. There's a catch, though no one is allowed to see it. A single virgin monk is chosen as the guardian of the Ark, dedicating his entire life to watching over it inside the chapel. He never leaves the compound and is the only person alive who has laid eyes on it. When he dies, a new guardian is chosen. Is this a clever story to bolster a nation's identity, or are they truly protecting the world's most sacred relic? The conviction of the Ethiopian people is unshakable, and their story has been passed down for generations. But Ethiopia isn't the only place with a claim. Another popular theory suggests the Ark was hidden before the Babylonians even arrived. The priests, foreseeing the destruction of Jerusalem and the temple, would have done anything to protect their most sacred object. Where would they hide it? Some believe they secreted it away in a complex network of tunnels and chambers deep beneath the Temple Mount itself. For centuries, explorers have dreamed of excavating this area. The Knights Templar, the medieval military order, was stationed on the Temple Mount for years. Many believe their secret mission was not to protect pilgrims, but to excavate and find the Ark. Did they succeed? Some legends say they found the Ark and other treasures, which became the source of their immense wealth and power, and that they later hid it somewhere in Europe. This theory opens up a whole new set of possibilities, with potential hiding spots ranging from Roslin Chapel in Scotland to a quiet corner of rural France. The idea of a secret vault under Jerusalem's holiest site is incredibly tantalizing, but political and religious sensitivities make any excavation there virtually impossible today. The secrets, if any, remain buried deep underground. Let's explore another possibility, one that stays within Jerusalem. The 2nd book of Maccabees, a deuterocanonical text, tells a different story. It says the prophet Jeremiah, acting on a divine command, took the Ark and the tent of meeting and hid them in a cave on Mount Nebo. This is the same mountain where Moses looked over the promised land before he died. According to the text, Jeremiah sealed the entrance and declared that the location should not be known until God gathers his people together again and shows his mercy. For centuries, treasure hunters have scoured the caves of Mount Nebo in modern-day Jordan, hoping to stumble upon the sealed cave Jeremiah described. So far, nothing has been found. This theory places the Ark in a state of divinely ordained slumber, waiting for a future, prophesied moment to be revealed once more. It's a powerful idea, suggesting the Ark's disappearance is not an accident, but part of a much larger, cosmic plan. Then there are theories that take us further afield. One suggests that the Ark was taken to Egypt. During the reign of King Rehoboam, Solomon's son, the Egyptian pharaoh, Shishak, invaded Judah and plundered the treasures of the temple. The biblical account is brief, but it's possible the Ark was part of this loot. If so, it might have been taken to the city of Tanis in Egypt. a scenario famously depicted in the movie Raiders of the Lost Ark. While there's no solid historical evidence for this, it's a plausible route. Another fascinating theory connects the Ark to the Lemba people, a tribe in southern Africa. They have a rich oral tradition that claims their ancestors were ancient Jews who fled Jerusalem, carrying a sacred object with them. They call this object the Ingama Lungundu, or the drum that thunders. Their description of this object, a wooden box carried on poles that was too holy to touch, bears a striking resemblance to the Ark. Genetic testing has even shown that a significant portion of the Lemba people have Semitic ancestry. Could their Njoma Lungundu be a descendant or even the original Ark, carried across a continent and hidden for centuries? So, what are we to make of all this? Is the Ark hidden in a dusty chapel in Ethiopia, buried deep beneath the Temple Mount, tucked away in a cave in Jordan, or perhaps it was simply destroyed? This is the most mundane but perhaps most realistic possibility. The Babylonians were known for melting down the treasures of conquered nations to replenish their own treasury. The Ark, overlaid with gold, would have been an incredibly valuable prize. It's possible that the biblical scribes were too devastated to even record its destruction. Or perhaps they left it out intentionally, unwilling to admit that God's throne on earth could be destroyed by a pagan king. Maybe there is no mystery, just a painful, unrecorded end. The search for the Ark of the Covenant is more than a treasure hunt. It's a quest for a tangible link to the divine, a search for proof, for connection, for a past that feels almost mythological. The Ark represents a direct line to God, a time when heaven and earth felt much closer. Its disappearance forces us to rely on faith rather than sight. Perhaps that's the point. Maybe the true power of the Ark wasn't in the gold or the stone tablets, but in the faith it inspired. A faith that has endured for millennia, long after the Ark itself vanished from sight. The mystery of the Ark of the Covenant continues to this day, a puzzle of history, faith, and legend. And until it is found, if it ever is, the story will continue to inspire wonder and debate for generations to come. What do you think happened to it? Let me know your theories in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more dives into history's greatest mysteries.